Social media and the lifestyle everyone is sold now is that if you are not successful and you do not have a Ferrari and a mansion by the time you're 25 and you don't have £1 million by the time you're 28, then you're a failure. It's just nonsense, man. It's just so unrealistic. Take as much time as you want and as much time as you need. Set yourself goals that you want to hit by certain ages and go. And if you fail, you go again. You're going to fail 99 times and then win once, but the one time you do win is going to be a big win. People don't just get successful overnight. You have to fail your way to the top. How much money you've made, how many houses you had, cars, all these things that people think matter. It doesn't matter when you're dead. The only thing people are going to care about when they're talking at your funeral is how you made them feel and what you was like as a person, your character. That's it. Everything else, it's all a facade. And I'm learning that now because throughout my 20s, I had this thing of, I want to impress people and I want to do this and I want to do that. It's all nonsense, honestly. It is nonsense. I find myself being uncomfortable in my own skin sometimes, and it worries me in a way. But again, that's part of the uncomfortableness of becoming an adult and a man. Yeah. I think you just got to be comfortable in your own skin. And the person I was when I was 21, I would hug him right now and be like, it's going to be all right.
I would say it's kind of really hard, as I touched on before, to kind of have the attitude where there's almost like no wrong choice, I guess. But that's what my best advice would probably be. And it would probably be around looking at kind of where you are and looking at the skills that you have. Any type of endeavor that you go into, whether it's a part-time job, whether it's going to college, whether it's university, whether it's an apprenticeship, there's always going to be some skills that you'll develop there that you can use later on. So, perhaps rather thinking about, is this the right choice that, I'm going to be in this career for the rest of my life? We know that young people entering the kind of world of work now are going to have more career changes than anyone that's gone before them. So just look at every opportunity as just, if I'm enjoying doing this right now and I'm taking something from it, those transferable skills I'm going to learn, that wage I'm going to get, that bit of experience for my CV is only going to be a positive. And even if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you've learned that this isn't what's for you, and you can kind of eliminate that from your list and go forward in a new direction.
I think being anxious and anxiety, it's a symptom of too much future. So you're perhaps spending too much time worrying about the future, in the same way that I would say depression is too much past. What I would suggest is that you try and live more in the now. So live in the present moment. We all go through this. I mean, when I was at that stage, I was exactly the same. I hadn't got a clue what I wanted to do with my life. I wasn't sure how it was going to be. And if you put too much energy into thinking that it's not going to work out, then all you're doing is encouraging a situation where it might not work out. So live in the present, live day to day, and focus on individual goals for that day and what you can do and what you can achieve.
It's normal to feel anxious about the future. We all do. Remember, it's not irreversible. You can take steps and you can change course during a career. And indeed, in the decades ahead, people will increasingly go down one path, change to another path, do things you believe in, work with people you like working with.
I think where we are in coming out of COVID, I would be surprised if most young people weren't anxious about their future and anxious about the decisions they're making right now. I personally believe that young people, teenagers and people in their early 20s have paid the highest price for COVID. I think they've really suffered and it's created a future for them that is much more uncertain than for those of us who've lived our lives and were able to kind of roll with those punches. So I think I would first of all say you're not alone. People feeling anxious always feel that they're the only one feeling anxious. I would say probably a majority of people in their late teens and early 20s are very worried about the future. So you are not alone. It's normal. Share, talk, and discuss that anxiety, because I think that is something which is very, very prevalent, and it's not one of those lonely, isolating things that it can feel as though it is. And then second of all, I would say, and I said it earlier in the interview, life is long, not short. If you have your health, life is long. You can afford to make mistakes and still have the most glorious, wonderful, magnificent career and life. And so, it's okay to make a mistake, but I would say find something you want to do, throw yourself into it, but don't think that if it doesn't work out, it's the end of the world, because life is long.
It's never too late to change what you want to do in life. So even if you make the wrong decision, there's always time to change that and do something else later.